Hey, I'm Grant Hutcheson, mechanic for Justin Bogle on the GEICO Honda team. I started off right out of high school, went to MMI. Went through all the courses there for a year and a half. Kind of bounced around, did some stuff on my own, paying my way to races, meeting people. Didn't have the best start, took a couple years to really get going and meet the right people. Finally jumped in on a Cernix Kawasaki and did Canadian Nationals for 2 years. Bounced around with that, jumped into arena cross for a few rounds until I got the call from GEICO that they wanted me to run their amateur program. So I kind of jumped ship from Babbitt's Kawasaki to GEICO Honda to run their amateur stuff and stuck with it from there. I came in, they gave me Justin Bogle as an amateur rider. I came in a couple months after he did, started off going to Oak Hill in Alabama, and then from there we had a good relationship all year and they wanted to bring me up to the pro side with him and finish out his career with GEICO Honda with me. Going to MMI, straight when I went in, I know that I didn't want to work in a dealership. I couldn't do it. I knew that this is the only thing I wanted to do, and you have a lot of ears telling you, yeah, that's what everyone wants to do, but I just stuck my head, just put my head down and did the work. And going through MMI, I made one friend. I didn't talk to anyone. I did all my work and just took in as much as I could, asked many questions, and I think that's what really helps your goal in the end. I mean, if you just go through there, you can easily get a job out of going to a dealership, but doing this, really kind of tough, and you have to really work hard to get to it. I think me and Justin had a different relationship. We had a really good one. We knocked it like right off the bat. We were kind of not very separated in age, so we kind of had fun together off the track as well as doing work on the track. So coming into his first year pro, I took the opportunity and got a house, and he was my roommate. So we lived together for a year and a half, and pretty much anytime he was in California, he was with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we've been close ever since the start, and it's just a little bit different relationship. It's nice to have the fun part of it, and it makes our job a lot easier when we trust each other and can joke around and know that we can be serious at times and also fun at others. It's got its up and downs. I mean, when it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's not, and you kind of vibe off each other and you both have the same emotions. Kind of, you know how he feels on the track, you kind of see it, and coming back with results, you kind of both have the same emotions every race. We can start off with flying to the race. We usually try to fly in on Wednesdays. You know, that could take up to the whole entire day, whatever. You pretty much lose a day flying out. Thursday consists of either showing up with the bike in parts or showing up with the bike in together from the weekend before and completely tearing it down to the frame, scrubbing everything by hand, pressure washers, scrubbing the bolts in the parts washers, cleaning everything and rebuilding it every weekend with fresh engine and fresh suspension that gets shipped back and forth from the shop to every race. That's about a 13-hour day. Get done with that. Friday, go to the track, set up the trailer, do any little tinkering stuff that you got left to do, go through sound with the bikes, kind of usually get out of there in the afternoon decent, and then Saturday, show up at 8, go through the day. If everything goes smooth on a Saturday, results are good, not a lot of problems with the bikes, no crash, Saturday's kind of your day off. You get to relax. It's stressful, but you don't have bike work. It's little prep here and there, change of tires, stuff like that, and then from there go through the night, then fly home on Sunday, and that's usually your day off. Sunday, go to the beach, do a beach cruise or something, and then Monday back in the shop working on practice bike stuff, just doing practice bike engines, going to the track. Same thing on Tuesday, reprepping plastics for the next week, getting stuff to fly back with, and then you're out on Wednesday. So really, your Wednesday afternoon or Sunday afternoons are your day off. The team really knows that we're all here to do our job and that we love it and that we're going to work hard doing it, and they trust us. And that's probably the best part about this team, is they're not sitting there barking in your ear. They're not after you. They're not putting any stress on you. You got enough on yourself. And I think that's the best part with our crew, is everyone knows that and just sticks with it and does their work. I think all of us, all the mechanics here on GEICO, are pretty much on the same page with doing stuff. If anyone picks up on something that someone else doesn't, we try to talk about it during the days or before we get there, or, hey, we need to do this or whatever. And everyone here is really on top of their stuff. I wouldn't say there's anything that sets any of these mechanics apart, as well as, you know, their bike prep or how they assemble. I think as long as everyone does their job and no nuts and bolts fall out and stuff doesn't go wrong, that's all that really matters. I think the best part is the travel. You know, sometimes the best stories of the year are the travel and the cool places you get to do and do the little tourist things while you're here. Make the best of it. We always try to get out and find those different restaurants, not at Chili's, but find that little hole-in-the-wall place and just kind of trying to make the best of being gone. Or else it just gets redundant and it's just the same thing over and over. Obviously the racing's great, that whole part of it's fun. Just making the travel part fun as well is the biggest thing. You know, the first couple of years getting those podiums out of the way on Supercross was, you know, pretty high point. I didn't really ever see that happening this young when I got started. And then now working with Justin so long, all the ups and downs, injuries he's had, and how strong he has been, and all the comebacks and all that part of it is kind of the greatest thing for me to be a part of that. I think that kid has worked really hard and gone through a lot of ups and downs, and for him this year to bounce back from a broken back and shoulder blade and doing as well as he is, having his best career, this whole past 3 months has been the highest point of my career, I'd have to say. Gotta love what you do and be dedicated. I mean, it takes time and a lot of effort. Get to know the right people is probably the biggest thing, and you know, you never get a second chance at a first impression, so just keep that in mind when you meet people.